Welcome to
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
If you have questions or comments, we have multiple ways to be reached. Twitter is, of course, the best way for those who need instant gratification. The show's Twitter feed is @SkimPod, SKIMPOD.
Stays Crunchy.
If you want to hear yourself on the show, why not leave us a voicemail at 216-302-8763. That's 216-302-8POD.
Stays
For the
Crunchy.
more patient amongst you, the email address for the show is podcast@stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Crunchy again being spelled with a K. We're available via Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn Radio, Google Play, Spotify, and of course at the website stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Please rate, review, subscribe, and share the show wherever you can.
Stays Crunchy.
And if the pockets is feeling extra chunky, you can put in on this and support our Patreon. It's available at patreon.com/stayscrunchyandmilk. And if you donate at the $5 or higher level, you get an entire extra show each month with even more content coming soon.
Stays Crunchy.
Our personal Twitters are Tatum216, Lunchbox2099, The Real ODP, and I'm your host, the Internet's Tayrail713.
Yeah, I mean, the high winds down in the flats, man. You probably need, like, reinforced beams and shit for those tents.
Yeah, and like when I was walking up this morning, it was slippery as fuck. It was it started getting slippery
on the bridge. Like I took a couple steps up the incline and like my foot slipped.
It's starting to get that weather where it's just like it's cold enough for all the sludge and stuff to be sticking together.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's not the cold that gets me, because like it's gonna be cold and it's gonna be, the wind's gonna be blowing. It pisses me off. It makes me want to quit my job sometimes. Like when I get off work, especially if I worked overtime and I leave in here late, and I come down the bottom of that hill, and the minute I get to the bottom of the hill, that wind just smacks me in the face like fucking Chappelle dressed up as Rick James.
Okay.
That's the moments where I'm just like, fuck this job. But then, you know, you get a couple feet down the way and you're like, fuck it, it's cold all the way, no, don't matter. But yes, it's not the cold that like makes me not want to park over there at this time. It's like the fact that it gets dark before I ever leave the building, so I'm walking in my car in pitch black.
Yeah, it's just not. It's like it's been dark for a while, so like the smog is settling in, and
I keep my head on a fucking swivel, and like I try and park under the streetlights and shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just so you don't get scared, I'm the one that lifted up your windshield wipers today.
Oh.
So you'll see it when you get to your car.
How do I put them back?
Just push them back down. I lifted them up so the ice wouldn't build up on them.
What a kind soul. I'm glad you told me that too, because I would have went back to my car and I'm like, what the fuck? Who touched my car?
How do I do this? How do I fix this? I hope that was Dan's car. I know you saw the bit of hanging.
Yeah, I seen it. I know Dan's car. I've been in it at least 7 times.
Look, real bars are the ill bars. These scars are only real proof they couldn't kill gods. My coke hand is still sketching out my memoirs. What I did to door panels on them wind stars. Gym stars left cuts on the dinner plate. It's new stash spots. The AC don't just ventilate. Take over your blocks, young niggas, assimilate. We all break bread like going Dutch on a dinner date.
Have you ever been on a Dutch dinner before?
I haven't been to a Dutch dinner. I've been on a dinner date before. I have not gone Dutch with anyone. I don't think ever.
I've had the woman pay like the tip, but never.
Dutch is the friend zone date.
I don't know what to do with that. I don't know. Like I said,
the Dutch thing. Any time that like I've ever gone out with someone on a date, like it was always I paid. The times where it was like, oh, we'll go Dutch, is like when the other person went out with you, but they weren't really ever interested in you. It was almost like a pity date.
So you ever had a woman pay for you all the way?
Nah.
I have had a woman pay for me on a date.
I had an old lady buy me a movie ticket once.
Same.
But I had paid for our
paid
meal.
For the chicken fingers?
Yeah. So it was almost that was like a trade-off, but that was also like one of those situations where that was a blind date for both of us. So we were both non-committal.
I can't understand that. Even though my first date with the woman who became my wife was a movie, and the first date with Vanessa, my two long-term relationships, was to a movie, I would never recommend a movie for a first date.
Oh, I think a movie as a first date is actually the worst thing you can do, because you're uncomfortably sitting next to someone you don't know, and you don't get to talk to them.
Well, I feel like anything under the right circumstances could be a good first date, because like, say for example, like if you went to the Rocky Horror Picture Show,
Yeah.
everybody is up and making fucking noise and stuff like that, or like anytime you go to like Cedar and Lee at midnight.
But that's an event.
Okay.
At this point, that movie came out decades ago.
It did.
That's an interactive event.
Okay.
Like, if I go to see Star Wars tomorrow and it's a first date, I'm there to see Star Wars. I'm not there to talk to this lady that I'm like interviewing for my love life.
I feel like general rule of thumb, if it's something that you really want to do, don't do it on the first date with somebody. Because like if you really want to do it, it's something you really want to do.
Because I mean, like I said, like dating at that first date is like got to be used to find out if you want to like hang out with this person again or not.
Yeah.
I feel like a movie would give you a false positive because there's a lot of silence. Like if they're watching the movie correctly.
The only reason it kind of worked for me, or it did work for me. I'm saying obviously I've been in a relationship for like goddamn 7 years or whatever.
No cell phone?
We had met at Drew's birthday and had a good talk beforehand.
Ching ching.
Had been chatting in the on Messenger beforehand, and knew we was both excited to see the movie. You know what I'm saying? We were both pumped to go see it. In both situations, a Batman movie for both those situations. For again, my both long-term relationships. So word to DC for keep me in relationships.
Shazam.
So it did work out. We saw the movie was great. We hung out after the fact. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, like it was raining, so she ended up driving me to my car, or did I drive her to her car? Either way, it worked out. And so we hung out and chatted afterwards. But I'm just saying, like, there was some beginning stuff, some walk up to that movie. Besides just like, all right, I'll meet you at the movie. Person who I don't know, we had met. You know what I'm saying? Actually, had met a couple times before that, and so forth. So it's kind of like I know. So probably not a good date for a dating app situation, I guess is how I would word it, or a person you just don't know, hadn't met in person at least once before. To set up. So I'm just saying to you listeners, first date probably shouldn't be at a movie. Unless I guess the Rocky Horror Picture Show, which seems like it could be a great situation.
I don't know. I just feel like whatever works. I don't like giving advice to begin with, but at the end of the day, it's like there's lots of different things that doesn't work for other people. That might work for you, and just because don't be the fox that just because you can't reach it, don't make it sour grapes for other people. Like I can't get them grapes, but I mean I can. Like I think I can make anything work as far as like when it comes to dating. Like it's a movie theater provides so much for you when like if in a dating situation, like yes you can get close, that's intimacy like right off the rip.
Yeah,
I guess it would be helpful to find out if they're going to be a movie talker or not.
If they're going to be a movie talker, or if like it's a boring fucking movie. I mean, like of course in Star Wars something you're going to be interested and focused on, but like if y'all like I never even sneaked into another movie until I met my current partner. Like I just went to a movie and that was it. Like you could learn some adventure. You learn different things about people. Like for example, what snacks they want to drink. What I don't drink soda at all. Like I'm not gonna drink anything from it. You can learn a lot from a person from a movie date. Like it might not be great for the first one to some people. But like I fuck with it. I think it's something that you get to learn like at least 5 different things like right off the rip. Like, what movie theater are you going to? Some people are like, I'll just go here. No, fuck that. That place got sticky floors. You don't have good what I say? You don't have good instincts about yourself. I don't want to be my place on a sticky floor. Or
like the 2 times that I used the movie thing, and it was with the same person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I ended up just watching the movie. Like, we went and grabbed food beforehand, then we went and watched the movie, and that was it. It was like, like the movie didn't provide anything other than, like, it was a movie I wanted to see. So, but I also kind of knew that person, so you guys know who I would be talking about if I went off the air.
I feel like you'll get to find if that person's more interesting than a movie. Like you'll get to see like you'll get to find out a lot of different things about somebody. Like because I know people are like right off the rip like, oh, I don't hold hands, or if you get to lift. I mean, it's different now because the seats are different. Lift up that middle part, get closer, and.
I feel like they've come a long way in the movie comfortability factor, and then the ease of use factor.
Yeah, but at this stage,
especially like you said now, where you can lift up that and essentially just have a giant couch. Mm-hmm. People I've seen people bring in blankets and stuff. You don't know what's going on underneath those blankets.
I feel like if I ran into if I was dating somebody and she straight up bought a blanket and something to drink, I'll probably fucking marry her right after the show. But at the same time, I'll probably fucking fall asleep and then she would never be interested in me again because. If I get too comfortable at work, it's over. I got to the point where it's just I put my foot up on my ottoman at work, and I get to do it and I'm gone. I've been the other day, me and you were talking. The only reason I go to the other bathroom is because it's not a lot of pee on that floor, and I feel comfortable with my house shoes going into that bathroom.
Yeah, I like how that bathroom is more wide open, so I feel the other one makes me feel claustrophobic.
Yeah,
and I don't suffer from that, but it's so confined, and then a lot of times you bump elbows with people coming around that corner because there's not a lot of mobility. Yeah, and it smells in there. I much prefer the other one for those reasons, and it's also a longer walk. So I'm away from my desk longer.
Yeah,
because I sit a lot, so to just be able to get away from my desk for 5 to 10 minutes to use the bathroom is a nice break. Because sometimes that is my break.
Yeah. Because I was watching The Office the day before yesterday, and it was an episode where it was get up from your desk for 10 minutes every hour, and then I forgot who said it. It was Dwight or something that's a half an hour. It's no, you do it all at once. But I don't get up from my desk every hour, but I do set tea break, not tea breaks, but tea breaks and pee breaks for myself. Mm-hmm. Set some pee goals. Okay, I finish these files and then I'll go pee.
Yeah, that's always the move. Sitting there just all right, don't go yet. Just knock out a few more, then you can get up and go. But this morning I actually had to get up and go. I was to a point I was all right, it's time to move. I thought we was gonna hold this down, but it didn't work out for me. So
I got up yesterday to go to the bathroom to not pee.
Yeah,
and I'm getting up, and it's one of my coworkers is oh, you got any Tums? I was yeah, my desk. And then she's just staring at me, and I'm just
go get them.
I guess I'll go get them. And she's she's you're acting weird. I'm yes, because I was going to the bathroom. I'm you stopped me.
Yeah.
You've hit me up in transit. Yeah. This is a problem.
I'm trying to keep my sanity right now and not expel on myself, and you're holding me up over some Tums.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the people at the casino are finally getting wise to me coming down there just to poop. I had to poop twice yesterday, but I didn't go the second time. I was I already went once. I just hold it till I get home.
I feel sometimes you just owe them an honorary quarter in the machine, slot pull or something.
I used to do that, but I don't do that no more because it's I used to feel a certain way about going to a grocery store. I'm black, I have to buy something. But then I just got started getting my old man fucking gene in, and I'm nah, I ain't. You don't have what I want. That's me suffering just to buy something just because I don't want to get harassed. I just rather get harassed now, sort of. Until I get fucked up behind it, and I'll probably stop it. But I'll be if you don't got what I want, I would just turn around and get out of here. And so with that being said, I go poop. I usually I'll go switch doors or something like that.
That's the move.
I'm not switching the fucking door. This is the door I want to get out of. Fuck that. No more. It's 2020 almost.
I don't know. By the time you hear this, it's 2020.
Okay, well,
you've been here a week and some change.
Yeah, it's 2020, and I don't go through other doors to make you feel comfortable about me pooping. I had to poop. This bathroom is only slightly cleaner than the bathroom I can use. It's just been that they need to hire some more people. It's been bad lately. Every toilet, the toilet's full of toilet paper. What kind of savages are in this casino?
Bro, the whole notion of people not flushing, because it just go down sometimes. I come in the bathroom, even the back bathroom, I'll be oh, you just left all the shit in this toilet.
Yes, the casino people are probably not to blame because those toilets are supposed to flush themselves. Yeah. We have no excuse. We're animals in our office building.
It really bothers me. I'm these are supposedly grown individuals, and You can't just hit that toilet head off, man. You just got to get up and go that fast.
You can at least kick that bitch.
Yes,
you don't gotta,
exactly.
You
I ain't even tell you got to massage that motherfucker. Get your foot up on it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, like that one sink that's broken in a little bathroom. It's so gross. It's just like shit just sitting in there. I'm like, why are you using that?
See, I don't go in there, so I have no idea what you're talking about. And I don't want to know.
It's okay. It's good. It's good to not have said wisdom. But what's been going on, gentlemen? How are you?
I'm ready for 2021 to come.
Okay. We're just gonna skip 2020 vision.
Let's skip 2020 altogether.
The Tokyo Olympic Games.
I remember.
Who gives a fuck about that?
Yeah,
Clearly, I give a fuck about that.
Is it thick runners in Tokyo?
I mean, yeah, but they'll probably be from America.
Is this the winter
Jamaica
one?
And shit. No, it's summer.
Oh, summer. Fuck Summer Olympics.
Summer Olympics.
What? All right, okay. I'm gonna change your mind. I will go back in 2020 just to send you screen caps of thick
You over here,
runners.
you're looking down on me. You're the one wanting to skip the whole year.
I did want to skip the year, but them legs and thighs ain't. I can't skip them.
Man, I can look at Caitlin Ohashi anytime on Instagram. I don't need the Olympics to be here for that.
But what about the unknown names?
And they're gonna be unknown even like after I see them.
Nah, I still love Dominique Dawes after all these years. Like, I don't even know what year it was
I don't
in.
watch gymnastics, but yet I know like a lot of these women that have come out from it.
Yeah, I guess.
Just like
the Sports Illustrated editions.
the
and
internet
stuff.
provides, my friend. They bring them to you.
Yeah, like everybody's saying how
You
Tumblr.
think I was watching UCLA like gymnastics before Caitlin Ohashi? No. You think I'm watching them after her? No. But you think I know who she is? Fucking right, I do.
I'll look it up on Reddit later. But like
Hold on, ass. It's kind of ridiculous.
like on Tumblr is all the way back on, like, not all the way back, but like 69% back. 69, I guess. I wasn't even thinking about the sexual innuendo at first.
The thing about all those kinds of sites is it's like in my younger years, like high school, college, like that. I knew the ins and outs of the internet as far as like I knew where to go to get certain unscrupulous things. I knew my way around like hacking and jailbreaking things. I knew how to search to find what. Then I hit a period where I started working for a living and like growing as a person and an adult, and I lost my ability to steal and like look at things and find things that I shouldn't be finding. And so there was a period of time there where like I couldn't do any of those things anymore. I didn't know how to go about it because the world had changed and I hadn't changed with it. So it's like I watch some of these like YouTube channels for like these like I play games on my phone and I'll watch YouTube channels to learn how to get better at the games and strategies and stuff. And they're talking about like their Discord chats and shit. And I had Discord on my phone for a couple weeks one time, and it was so fucking confusing. I had no idea where to go to get what, and like there was the different bots, and like you had to add channels and shit. And I was like, "Fuck this!" But all these Twitch channels, like they talk about, "Oh, it's posted in the Discord," or "Go to the Discord chat," and like it's something that they talk about like so much now.
I never even heard of it.
But now, back in the day, I used to know where to go to get the porn. I used to know where to go to find like nude pics, and like I had the sites, and like I had everything. It was like memorized, and I had it down. Then the game changed. There was new competitors in the market. Like Google refined their searchability. Although Google did help in that like they gave you the Google videos and the Google images like tab, so that kind of made things slightly easier in that regard.
Yeah.
But that's only on the stuff that's like fresh and like popular. When you're trying to get to the dark web, Google like what you want on Google ain't gonna be on page 1 through 4. You got to get down to the nitty gritty. You got to get the Google going.
You gotta get your page 10 and up.
So then, like when I got my hands dirty a few months back, and I started finding what's new out there in the we'll say no streets, I found like a couple different sites where it's like aggregates for things, and I'm quite pleased with how the world has changed and how like I've made an effort to kind of learn what the ins and outs are now.
Shouts out to ThoughtHub.tv.
ThoughtHub.tv. Okay. I
I sent T a link from there the other day. It was something he had been looking for.
Oh.
I'd already been hip to that particular site, just didn't know that I didn't think to go drop her name in the search.
Oh, I didn't even go to the search. I checked that like every day or two. And
you just showed
it was on the new post.
I was on Reddit.
There's a few more like it though that like have a little more of a grittiness to them.
Oh.
I was on Reddit, which you told
Not that post, but that was like.
I understand.
It's okay.
Yeah.
That you told me about, and I found something that I didn't want to see. I seen like this. Well, I don't follow her on Instagram, but it's like one of those IG models. I'm like, oh man, she thick out here.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen some pictures of her. Obviously, she's not that old, so it's not that long ago. And like she had a video that like she was nude in. I was just like, this is terrible. You got butt injections and all that stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was just like,
there was one IG model, Genesis Lopez, who like I'd followed before, like on IG, didn't know that she had a previous career. And then when I found that, I was like,
she was very amateur, yes.
But now it's like, it's not a previous career. I think it's a current career because there's like new shit that drops all the time.
Well, this is the thing. I am privy to this particular person you were mentioning. She,
You and like 3.4 other million people.
well, I'm talking about just at this table.
Yeah.
So she had a big Tumblr career, and I used to follow her on Tumblr, and then like she started locking shit down, like as far as like spreading her stuff. Like if it's up
She had
on
that Rosa Acosta thing where it's like anything that got leaked out, like she was putting in like a claim on it.
like super soon.
Yeah, like she hired like people who just like
Scrub her name on
the
the
internet. Yeah.
Like she'll.
Yeah, the door's not closing all of a sudden. I mean, out of nowhere.
So, yeah, it'll just get deleted. Like, she is on, like, I guess she does her own content. She just wants to get paid for it, which is nothing wrong with it. But
That's another thing though that I've come to appreciate about the craftiness of people on the internet. Because like they'll change up like how they type the names into the post and shit.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like instead of an A, they'll use an @ symbol and shit. So if people are just looking up their name,
Underscores and all that
they
shit.
won't find shit. Like people know how to get around it.
yeah, it's this one thread on Reddit where it's a whole list of all these models' names, and it's all spelt out like fucked up. It's like, boop, and then that's why then, so they can't find it when they're looking because it's not spelt the right way. It's all like, @ signs and underscores and emojis in the middle. It's pretty clever.
Yeah, I've come to appreciate. Now, granted, I'm not the one trying to run, I would say, this business. Because like a lot of the stuff that gets leaked is like stuff from like Patreon and OnlyFans.
Yeah, OnlyFans
my vids
stuff, yeah.
and shit like that, which those people charge money for that shit. But I have to give it up to the people who leak this shit. Like their ability to like get around, search features and shit. It's pretty remarkable.
Yeah, I know we talked about OnlyFans before, but it's remarkable. Like it's this one mod I seen on there where I looked at the thread. It was like, fuck this shit. You think I'm gonna pay $12 and you not showing nothing? And like pretty soon, before you know it, it was like a totally new video on there. I was just like, I guess you just gotta give the fans what they want. But
maybe you haven't made it until people want to leak your shit. So it's like we'll know we haven't made it until there's like a skim thread on Reddit where it's just like, here's their fucking Kit Kat video from their Patreon.
Isn't that dude like Russell Peters?
Oh, yeah, we don't have do we need a Reddit page?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Russell Peters he was like one of the biggest comedians ever because he was the first person on YouTube or something like that. Like maybe it's like that's like until like you're free, you really can't get you won't get the big bucks.
Talking about like, are we gonna have to start going like, hey youths, what's the new apps?
TikTok. Everybody
I know TikTok, but I'm saying like we gotta hang out with them, so like we can hit them with that. Was not Joe Pesci, the fucking.
We gonna be the Betty White of podcast?
No, there's a meme. The dude who's in all the Adam Sandler movies. He's in Boardwalk.
Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, Steve Buscemi.
Hello, kids. Hello, fellow
Hello,
youths.
fellow youth.
I literally was just thinking about Steve Buscemi yesterday, so I was thinking about it so hard I ended up dreaming about it. Y'all remember AT&T Go phones?
Yeah.
Steve Buscemi and Norm Macdonald did the voices of a gingerbread men some years ago, and I just, for whatever reason, that whole, hey man, it's the holidays. Just Steve Buscemi, the way he delivers that line it's just like, I don't know, it's so good. And I finally went and dug it up this morning. I literally laid in bed this morning before I got to bed this morning and looked up Steve Buscemi gingerbread man to find that freaking ad. And it's just, I love the way he delivers that line. He goes, I want people to stop eating my house, but it's not gonna happen because he's a gingerbread man. It's just a good commercial. And word to Go phones back in the day, yo burners. So, yeah, Steve Buscemi has been on my heart as well, sir, is all I'm saying.
He ain't been in nothing in a while.
Just be quiet, I guess.
Well, didn't he was just in Boardwalk Empire on HBO.
Boardwalk Empire has probably been off for like 10 years almost.
I don't know if it's been off.
10 years?
It's been off the air for a while. Like, at least, as far as I know, it's been gone for a bit.
I'm already on it.
They just reach for their phones.
Oh, no, I got notifications.
Okay.
So when you hear that, brrr, you know they're hunting down information on the internet.
I got a notification about Boardwalk Empire. Yeah, it's been off for 5 years.
Yeah. So
It started in 2010 and ended in 2014.
Yeah.
But Steve Buscemi.
What was his last work of art there?
It's 1996. That's not who we want to find out. Actor. He was in Miracle Workers. That's new, and that's on TBS.
What?
He's
You think before that?
Kimmy Schmidt.
He was in Kimmy Schmidt as what?
That's Steve Buscemi.
Huh.
He's been working, just not on shit that you see. He was in The Week Of with Adam Sandler and Chris Rock. That was a straight to Netflix movie.
Yeah. How was that movie? Did you see that movie?
I did. It was alright.
I really want to see Uncut Gems. It really looked good, and now it's getting like a lot of
Buzz.
yeah, like award season buzz. But even when I first saw that trailer, I was like, yo, this look dope. Kevin Garnett out here acting his ass off and shit. That look wild.
Yeah, it's always funny to me. Like I don't know. Like I really enjoyed The Irishman.
Yeah.
Even though Al Pacino's hands look crazy big in that fucking movie, I don't know what that's about. But yeah, it's been like shit has been slowing down. Like, you know, people have more time. Shouldn't it be like speeding up? Shouldn't it be more stuff on there?
I just found out the other day there's a whole Roku channel.
Oh yeah.
What it is there's stuff everywhere, and so you just got to be like willing to go other places to get stuff at.
Yeah, having a Roku, I find like especially for people who cutting the cords, kind of is better than the Fire Stick in a certain way. I think like the Roku interface is a little better, a little smoother. But I was just looking through a Roku channel. I was like, why is this? Because I turned it on, and then it was like in the middle of a fucking movie. I'm like, well, this is stupid. What is this? It's like, oh, it's like a regular TV channel.
Yeah.
And like it's pretty good. And Roku has like its other they have other stations.
Yeah.
I mean other apps where you can watch other stations.
There's just so many competitors in the market now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you suffer from having too many options to a degree.
You are paralyzed by choice. It's like it's so much. It's like what the hell am I supposed to watch? I was on Crackle the other day because there's a movie I wanted to see that's like it's free on Crackle. I'm like, man, I gotta watch some ads. But fuck it, I'll suffer through some ads.
And I still can't find a place to watch The Perfect Weapon at.
I think I've avoided it all just by watching nothing.
I mean, and that's literally what it has been as of late. Right. It's Christmas as we record this Christmas season, and so I just go hit up Disney Plus. I've been watching a ton of Disney cartoons. We watched Pluto's Christmas last night as we finished wrapping up getting the house decorated.
Shit, I still haven't watched like the Mandalorian episode from last week.
Yeah, I hit that.
I haven't finished The Toys That Made Us. I started that like a week and a half ago.
Did you start the movies that made us?
I did.
Yet?
Yeah, I started. I watched the Dirty Dancing one.
Yeah. I knew about Dirty Dancing Havana Nights. I just don't know what the story of Dirty Dancing. Dirty Dancing Havana Nights was supposed to be about, you know, the revolution in Cuba, and ended up becoming Dirty Dancing Havana Nights. So it's wild how movies be taking a turn. It was okay watch. It was like I just kind of just think of everything like that just gets me through an hour of my day. Not necessarily like it doesn't have to be great entertainment, but I do have certain standards about watching stuff. Well, I finished that whole series of books, as I think I said last week, and so I've been kind of like poking around trying to find new. I found a new series. Listened to the first book. I just hadn't gotten the next book yet because it was a series of, I guess, novellas that end up being like a book, and then there's going to be another book following that. That I guess comes out here in 2020. So I got some stuff I'm working on book wise to entertain me. I just like, but at this time of the year, video games come to a crawl. Video game reporting comes to a crawl. I mean, that's my hobby, and so I don't get a lot of information coming that way. They announced the new Xbox at the Game Awards last week.
The Tower one?
Yeah, that's the Xbox Series X is what that is going to be referred to as. So I'm pretty hyped about that, but that doesn't come until next year. PlayStation 5 comes out next year, so I got a little bit to go on those things. But games really start coming back out again. January went from a nothing month to like, lots of shit comes out in January now. So basically I gotta wait like a couple of weeks and I'm rolling. I gotta go. I'm going to Virginia this weekend. My sister's 50th birthday is this weekend, so we're going down there to celebrate her. So that's kind of dope. So it's like, I'll be entertained other ways.
Yeah, like I started another Stephen King, but this one is a Richard Bachman book. It was pretty good. Like Stephen King is such a prolific writer.
Is that his one of his nom de plumes? You know what I'm saying? One of his like
yeah. Well,
ghostwriting names.
The main one. It was like it's another one that escapes me at the moment, but Richard Bachman was the most prolific one. He did Thinner. He did The Running Man.
Okay.
He did like a couple other ones that weren't that well known.
Is that more his I don't know. I was gonna say sci-fi writer situation, but
not really. Well, I guess you could say it was just like as he stated, like to the forward of his book, is like some of the books were all Bachman. Thinner was one of the books where I would say that was Stephen King, and Stephen King was more horror. Richard Bachman was more like drama and like you said, novella, detective, any other thing. But like, man, that guy's such a brilliant writer, and like, I started listening to the book last night, and I'm into it. He has a series coming to HBO, and I think it's gonna be pretty good because I really enjoyed the book. The Outsider. So it's pretty new. It was about like a guy who gets arrested for committing some kind of crime, and his DNA is at the scene. Okay. So of course he gets arrested, and it's like I didn't do it, and then it turns into some science fiction type stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I'm really interested in it. I had posted on Instagram that like I feel like there's no more need for movies with these books. There's no need for like. So you telling me this book that took me 8 hours to read, you gonna squeeze that shit into 2 hours?
Yeah.
It's no more of that. It shouldn't be. Like, what books did you guys like consider like that you read in the past that you like that's begging for a series?
Well, exactly. I just finished this Wheel of Time series. Wheel of Time series of books that is actually already being made a series on Amazon. Okay. Amazon and Sony are it's going to be on Amazon, and Sony's producing it. So it actually is coming down the pike, and I'm glad it's a series. Yeah. Because it was 14 books. 15, they made a prequel, so if they wanted to get down, that's there too, to take from, and so it's like it's a lot of information, but it also does have a definitive start and ending, unlike Game of Thrones, which you know what I'm saying we still out here kind of debris on. Yeah. So I'm kind of hyped about that. This one series I just started was the Murder Bot series. That seems funny, but that seems like that could be fun because it's like sci-fi shit, you know what I'm saying? But also it's like because it becomes expensive. I know what the problem with that is going to be off the rip is sci-fi shit becomes pricey. You can do it on a budget, but then people are like, "Oh, they made that on a budget." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but you are right. It's at a point that with as many operations as we have right now, people producing stuff. There's no need to squish a book into a 2-hour movie when you can make it into a multi-year series. Yeah. Or a multi-movie arc, Yeah. Just go ahead and let it breathe, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I kind of feel like with the Divergent series, they tried that, like, you still squeezing. Yeah. Like, the Divergent, it started falling off, and it was just like, wasn't it...
Was that the one with the girl?
I think so.
Okay, yeah, because I'm thinking, I always got that confused with the Maze Runner. Maze Runner has the dude.
It's the boys, yeah.
Okay, I finished the Maze Runner. I don't know if I ever finished Divergent.
Because, like, they stopped making them. It was just like...
They ended up going to a TV show for the last couple of the ones. I think they kept the same actress, but I don't know if they ended up finishing up. The movies just started like just people weren't coming to see them.
Just start petering
Yeah,
off.
'cause that was the one where like the society had like 3 different categories or some shit.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I think I watched like the first movie. There was a second movie?
the second
I
movie
think they
might
got
have been the
I think they
third.
got 3 movies and then they tried a TV show.
I think I watched the first 2 movies. Like I think they were on like HBO or something back when I had access to like a Go account. Like I had access to a Go account up until like the last month,
Yeah.
but it was on there like a year or 2 ago, and I watched them then.
And
But
then
I don't think I ever saw the third one.
I think the third one was like on demand somewhere, and then that was it. Like it just went to nowhere. But hopefully,
But it felt like all those movies like kind of felt the same. It was like back in the '90s when it would be like Armageddon and Deep Impact. Like it was Hunger Games, Maze Runner, Divergent. Like,
That's the thing. Hunger Games popped as a book series, and then of course as a movies. And they were so publishing house was like, we need our version of that, and so we need a boy version, Maze Runner. We need whatever everybody version, Divergent. So you end up with like multiple versions of that because people are like, there's where the money's at. See what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's just how production goes.
yeah, the one dude I was watching Good Mythical Morning,
Yeah.
and the one guy who just got off of Vampire Diaries
Yeah.
is now doing like another vampire show on Netflix.
Yeah.
Like they gotta feel horrible. Like, and all I am is gonna be a vampire the rest of my fucking life.
Vanessa Song was like, that man ain't got no neck. And I'm like, yeah, he is pretty decent. He built up. So that was it's weird to see how it goes down. The Vampire Diaries went for like 10, 12 seasons, right? That one of the ones that like started when the CW started.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's I don't know how long it's on, but I know I've never watched it before.
Yeah.
yeah, I watched some Arrow, and that was about all I gave to CW.
Everybody in the moment talking about this Christ on Infinite Earth crossover, and it does nothing for me.
I mean, I was watching Supernatural back when it was still WB, I think.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I think the last season started like 2 months ago, but I haven't watched any of it, so I need to get on that.
Oh man.
But other than that, I couldn't tell you what's on CW. Oh yeah, I know they got like Flash and Supergirl.
Yeah,
right?
it's all pretty much. It's like the DC Comics channel, even though they have a DC
The Vampire
Streaming.
And then the
Diaries
black
went
dude.
8 seasons,
8 seasons. Okay.
2009 to March 10th, 2017.
Okay. So yeah, that's Ian Somerhalder is who that guy was.
Okay.
Yeah, and I actually know that because my homegirl Desiree loved the Vampire Diaries, and would go to like they had a convention there in Georgia every year, and she would go to the convention and shit. So
Yeah, I don't. My girlfriend asked me the other day, "Was like, if you seen a celebrity, like, what celebrity would you go nuts for?" I was just like, I don't.
None.
I feel like we have bumped into many celebrity in our lives here,
Yeah.
and I've never once been like, yo. I was saying because I'm just I'm uncomfortable. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of introverted, but also I'm like, y'all, that's not what they here for. They ain't trying to be bothered with me.
I don't like. I've been excited like in the past to see a couple people, but like now, not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really even like. I still would be like pretty excited to see Barack Obama, but like anybody else, probably not.
Yeah, I just know, especially like so if I was a situation where you're going to meet Barack Obama, then maybe I'd have a chance to get like amped up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if I'm just like I'm walking, like how we always bump the basketball players. You know what I'm saying? We bumped into many a star, and it's just like, oh hey, what's good?
Yeah, with this shopping center barely hanging on.
Yeah.
Like us seeing celebrities has been less and less.
Yeah, but it's also like it's like they don't they changed the way the hotel works over there. I think they added a gym to it, so now they don't have to come across over here to work out and stuff.
Yeah.
So they just kind of changed the way we conduct ourselves.
Uber Eats ruined everything.
Yeah, it's true because they only got you can just call shit to your room. I guess that's real. I ain't thought about that. Well done. Well, that's a good that's a good thought process. You were saying to have arrived at.
Yeah, I was just trying to do like Gabe and trying to name the show. I'm just kidding.
It's like I don't think he realizes he's doing it, so he gets a pass. I feel like he doesn't do it on purpose. All of a sudden, he like, man, that could have been a good title though. He like it dawns on him after he said it that it could have been something dope. I just spoke with his wife yesterday to find out what I was going to get him for Christmas because this is well after Christmas, so I know what you got for Christmas, Gabe. Hope you enjoy it. So his his Christmas present's pretty dope. And I'm like, cool, man. I dig on that for you.
Be
man.
careful on that motorcycle, Gabe.
Yeah, I mean, the helmet is pretty dope, man. So, just keep that going. You'll be all right.
Man, I can't wait for this season to be over. This is such a headache. Like I was talking to our boss the other day.
Yeah.
And he was like, what are you doing for Christmas? I was like, well, I'm not really sure because, like, I tried to make cookies with the boys, and my son made exactly one cookie, and I had made all this fucking dough and stuff like that. And he was like, just keep it up, because they'll get with it as time goes on, and when you don't do it, they'll be like, what the fuck, Dad? And so, like, I know I get in a little in my head about it because, like, it does seem like you put so much effort into this stuff, and then nobody cares.
Yeah, that's what's like, they are being sold whatever, and they don't care about the Christmas decorations and stuff like that there. Cause like, this is before I got home, I asked her, like, hey, have them get the Christmas stuff down. When I get home, we'll put it all up.
Yeah.
And at some point, Lil calls me, he's like, I can't find a tree. We can't find a tree stand. I got tree stand should be in the goddamn box. I put it in the fucking box. It should be there. It's not in the box, Dad. I'm like, damn, it's not in the fucking box. It's not in the box. And then eventually I get home and I go in the attic and find this like I got there. But they really was like on small. I don't care. And that's where they are this year. That's where they are in their development. I'm sure Lily's a little bit excited, but Xander's like, whatever, man. I'm like
I'm about to be out in these streets driving. Fuck
he
this
literally kind of always on some like, well, I'm about to go, like, I'm probably gonna go kick with my friends on Christmas, and I'm like, you know what, bro? I can't be mad at you.
Yeah.
So, because I'm literally not mad at you. So
yeah, I just not never mad. It's just disappointed. Like, I just kind of feel like ever since I was a little kid, like I'm the youngest.
Yeah.
So I was all like, well, you gonna put up the Christmas tree, right? Because I can still tell you what to do.
Yeah.
And it's like putting up the Christmas tree by yourself or hanging up decorations, and then like I feel like sometimes like nobody's as excited as I am. Mm-hmm. And like I just remember one of the best part of Christmas was like buying my brother a present, because he's not like the only person that appreciated, like, yeah, I did need that.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna try to keep it up because, yeah, maybe they'll appreciate it down the road.
Well, and like I said, in most situations, for from here to all the way to here, they really did appreciate it. And I really think that once we get there, they'll be like, oh shit, it still is things wrapped up under the tree. I still do that. I don't throw Amazon boxes under the tree like some people do. I make it a
that
point.
is wrapped though.
I make it a point to give them in particular an experience. And so I think once we get there, they'll be all right. It's like nobody was in the mood yesterday. Xander's just now coming off the flu.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And Lil is just like a tween who has hormonal rushes. You know what I'm saying. And that shit is real talk. You know what I'm saying. So
if only that was superpower.
But guess what? When we got the tree up and got the lights all on it, and they put fucking ornaments on it. Lil was super hyped because she got to put a star on the tree this year. It got to be a little nicer. Like I said, we ended up watching the Pluto Christmas, which is only like 6 minutes long. So it's like, come on, I only need you for 6 minutes, people. Just hang with me and watch this little cartoon.
That's one thing I don't like about Disney Plus. Like, they have like all these mini-sodes, and like instead of just like, all right, we're gonna roll this shit like Netflix, it's like, you gotta push a button again. And like I had to teach my son, like, hey, you gotta push the button here. He's like, this one? And he did get pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
But then after a while I was like, hey, come push the button.
I do. As they was putting that tree together last night, I was like, look, man, one of the things I was most excited about having children was you can go get me a glass of ice water in the summertime, and for shit like this. And he was like, because Xander's like, I know, for ice water. I go, hell yeah, for ice water. And then my Lily's like, you don't even drink ice water. I'm like, in the summertime, when it's right, I do drink some ice water. Ask your brother. He'll tell you.
Yeah, right. Like, it's wintertime. Who wants ice water right now?
The best part, like, go give me a glass of ice water, baby. Be sitting on the couch. I ain't like my mama just up in the bed, like, go give me some ice water, but still.
And plus, y'all got AC. Y'all don't really need ice water.
I like a glass of ice water from time to time.
I'm just saying you don't need it. Like the need of it is down here.
True D. Yeah,
like when you growing up, like having somebody, I never remember anybody having central air ever growing up. Like I know it existed and I seen it on TV, but like I've never been to nobody's house until I was like good and grown. But somebody's like, oh yeah, just turn the thermostat. I'm like, what the fuck is that? You mean I gotta put it in the window? No.
Yeah, this is Our Christmas experiences right now are drastically different. You guys are like doing all these things and all that, and like I already know that I'm gonna basically miss Christmas Eve because I have to work. And I saw the itinerary on the event page, and they're doing everything while I'm at work. So I'm basically gonna have to get off work, drive an hour out to there, and be 3 hours late to dinner after they've already done like
They do everything on Christmas Eve?
They're on Neff's family. And then I texted my mom, and I was like, hey, what's the Christmas schedule look like? She goes, I don't know. I haven't got my work schedule yet. So there's a strong possibility that my Christmas is going to be me working on Christmas Eve until 5 o'clock, driving out to Mentor on the lake, which is 45 minutes away, for a cold meal, then driving home, being by myself on Christmas at my house doing nothing, and then getting up the day after and going back to work.
Yeah, this Wednesday placement is terrible. We should do something about that. Christmas should be on a weekend. Friday that bitch up. Make that shit always like Veterans Day always a Monday. Go ahead and slap Christmas Day on a Friday. 3-day weekend always. Just make it so. Fuck the church.
Yeah, I feel like
That's my biggest thing when I was thinking about this yesterday was, fuck, what am I gonna eat? Because like I think Christmas, I think like, hey, I get a meal, but if there's no meal and I don't go anywhere, I have to make my food, and that means like I'm not gonna like ball out and make an extravagant thing. You know?
yeah,
You come kick it in Ridgeville with me, man.
I'm okay on that.
yeah, like
I'd rather be alone than go spend it with a bunch of people I don't know.
You with me, and then I'd be better.
yeah, I don't
That's
even,
your family.
I just stay snuggled up against you the whole time. Like,
That's your
thank you,
family, man.
Yeah, I
yeah.
just had that conversation the other day.
Yeah, I haven't even got like a straight answer on what like I'm supposed to cook for birthday, which is Christmas Eve,
yeah.
and then Christmas. Like I haven't got a straight answer what I'm supposed to make. Like if you're supposed to be making stuff special and stuff like that, you can't be just telling me the day before and then like shit get fucked up. Like in order to do it, stuff takes time.
And
So
preparations need to be made.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to a new year. Just have some time off.
I'm looking forward to Christmas being over because when I think about how much money I spent on everybody these last 3 days, I worked all this overtime for nothing.
You know what?
I worked all this overtime so I could buy everyone else stuff.
I'm really okay with that. That actually felt so good to me to like, all right, okay, yeah, man, I did that damn thing. For once, I did this damn thing, and if I can never do as well as I did by people ever again after this year, 2019, I put that work in, and
I actually put effort
happy
in
about it.
to trying to think of shit to buy people who like I couldn't barely think of like anything they fucking like.
Yeah.
Like my brother-in-law, I couldn't tell you one thing about that dude on a personal level. Other than he's married to my sister.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so I decided for Becky's husband, I'm just gonna get him a Steam card. You know, say he can buy games on Steam. For Steve, that's the new husband. I figure he plays Nintendo shit, so I get him some shit for the Switch. Tina's man, I don't know what even going on with their relationship. It's just new enough where I like, you don't get nothing.
So-
You just don't.
Subway
And if I'm
card.
wrong, I'll be wrong. But for this go around, you may not be here next year. I can't be taking that. I can't take that risk, baby. Sorry, you get no gift from me. But you get dap if you show up at Christmas, and I don't know if he is. So, but for the other two,
You get to sit in the big chair.
I do get the big chair down. It's kind of dope.
Yeah. You get to sit in the big chair. I sit over here.
We were sitting there having a conversation about the other day about how much they stress her out, and then her stress, of course, rubs off on me.
Oh yeah.
And because like they didn't come for Xander's birthday,
Okay.
and I'm not mad about it. Yes, I am. Fuck that. I'd be lying if I said I'm not mad about it. But rather, I just don't give a fuck. I'm like that because they're not gonna come through with these things. But of course, they want us to come through for everything. And I'm telling you right now, that's just not gonna be what I do no more. I will be there for the events that I really am expecting. I got to be there for Easter's, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And
If
not
you
really.
saying that, no, you don't.
But I'm going forward because it just stresses you out. In their cases, Vanessa, I don't need them stressing you out, and then your stress rolling off on me. And I'm not gonna let them do that to you, or let them do that to me. And I'm not trying to be a controlling freak who like don't let you go see your family. Go see your family, be with your family all you want. But they not gonna be fucking with you, and then that's fucking with me in turn.
I kind of feel like, from my experience, that when my girlfriend stresses or gets mad about something, I get even more mad than she is about the original thing.
Exactly.
Because it's like I don't want to see the person I love upset.
Exactly.
And it's like well, something that was pretty simple is just falling back on something. I can't because you're upset about it, and it makes me even more upset.
Yep.
So I just have to be like, when it comes to her family or different things, my relationship with that person or these people are not the same as yours, and we have to keep it like that. Please don't misconstrue my anger for the persons or people to be something that you should take hold of.
Yeah.
Because I don't have the same feelings about these people, and you need to be. I have to make that clear a lot. Like, I don't like that person, or I don't like these people, but that's okay. It should be okay. I know you don't like it, but it has to be okay, because in order for us to be good, you have to know that I am glad you had that relationship with that person. We don't have that relationship.
Yeah.
So you just like, and it's very important when you have moments of clarity and you're not in the anger zone, that you had those conversations like, look, we cool right now because this is May 13th.
Yeah.
That's something I had to learn when it came to friendships.
Oh, yeah.
It was definitely last year that, like, because, I mean, I went through that, not talking to that dude anymore, but, like, I know that, like, y'all are still okay with him, so it's just something I had to come to grips with.
I feel like I'm the type of person where, like, I'm never going to be, like, uproariously, I try not to be uproariously mad at anybody, because that fucks up me. Mm-hmm. Like, I need to just be like you said before, like you wish you could be more like high by, like I'll just say hello to somebody and just keep it moving. Like, that shit didn't happen overnight.
Yeah, and I definitely think, like, I've gone through this shit because I had to learn from it in order to move forward. Like,
yeah,
you know, it sucks, but it's life.
I feel like it doesn't suck. I feel like learning how to move forward for something is a lesson, and you learned that lesson. So, like, I feel like you're better from it. It might have been a bad situation there, but you've steadily grown throughout, like, these situations where it's just like, well, guess what? I know how to handle that situation now, bitch. So you can't do that to me anymore.
Yeah, you hit the fast forward button on your development this year, bro.
Like,
you got over that hump, and it was a hump. It was a hill to goddamn climb. But once you got past it, that shit was just like, Ian.
Yeah, it's like, it's a constant, like I feel like when people, like, do either real bad or real good in school, they miss out on the middle part. And the middle part is people. Like, okay, you know, dealing with difficult teachers, dealing with, like, the person who sits behind you who won't stop smacking gum. It's all about learning different people. And, like, you've been in that accelerated class of, hey, I can't fuck with everybody. And it's still gonna be people in your life that you're gonna learn that you can't fuck with on certain levels. And that's something you gotta learn throughout life. And when you meet somebody, it's gonna happen again. And Lord forbid, if you meet somebody you really like and then you break up with them and you still gotta deal with, like, their family and stuff. Like, if you got kids, it's gonna be a whole nother level to that. Mm-hmm. And it's like those little things where it's just like, yeah, I don't fuck with you, but, like, your mama left Dan Jr. at the house and I still gotta go there. And I still gotta see your Uncle Roy and I don't fuck with him. And, like, it's always gonna be a thing. And it gets deeper to a point where it's like just not some fuck boy at work. It's gonna be somebody that, like, you gotta sit next to. Like, y'all got back together and he called you a fat motherfucker or something like that when you was in an argument with her like 2 years ago and she told you about it. So it doesn't get easier.
Yeah.
And in order to,
I don't think it's not that it gets easier. I think it just becomes more equipped to handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
you become less reactionary because you've seen it before.
Yeah, but sometimes they be having that poop prop surprise.
I should not be as I am right now about this whole situation, but I'm like, you ain't coming to my kid's birthday party. I told you months in advance the motherfucker to come through, and you said and all these people said yes, we'll be there. That's the worst part. People who said they said they're gonna be there, and then all of a sudden they like, we're having the party for Tina because she graduated again. It's like, you didn't graduate at least once. We can't be having a party every goddamn time you graduate just because your ass don't want to stop going to school. That's you. I'm saying? It's like, I get it, great, but
I feel bad that I did yard work now.
no, because
I mean, that shit had to be done.
yeah.
Like, I was getting property damage.
Yeah, but and also like we function different. This is a brotherhood amongst us, man. I'm saying whatever. Them people. The reality of it is Vanessa's my children's mother. Their actual mother went on to glory, and so she is their mother stand-in. This is her children basically, and her family don't respect that in her. They don't respect her.
Has she accepted that now?
Yeah, and that's the point.
I'm not fighting. I was asking because I know for the longest time there was like an internal struggle on that.
Yeah, but she has gotten there, and they seem blind to it, and they seem disrespectful to her of it, and it's like, but they, like I said, their expectation of her to show up at their children's events or whatever events and so forth, and I'm like, you can't shit on her kids and then expect her to be dope with your kids.
And I feel like what comes along with that is support from your family.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you start embracing it, she can embrace it more, because obviously she knew in the back of her mind, presumptuous, this is like that, my mom and my sister still don't see this yet, so I can't see it yet.
Yeah.
Like, he's already supporting it, but for the longest time, like we were saying before, these people have been your family for so many years. Yeah. And if, like, say for example, like we've been friends for a while now, and I still don't support some part of your life, you're still, in my mind, I think you'll probably be like, why doesn't Anthony see this yet? Or why isn't Anthony seeing this part yet? Or Anthony's usually pretty good about supporting me in this way. Why isn't it happening? And so that's going to be a sticking point in your mind.
Honestly, I don't think I would. Only because I know that we see eye to eye on most things, but not everything. So I would be willing to bet there would be certain things that I might do or people I might talk to that you might not think is a good idea.
We don't see eye to eye on everything, but You never
make me feel bad about it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, if I was, like, kind of...
I mean, like, I feel the same way about other people in the group that, like... I might not necessarily agree with all their decisions or how they act, but like I generally keep it to myself.
Yeah.
Out of respect.
Yeah, I just like feel like, moving forward, part of moving forward is having support. Even if it's like, hey, you're not doing something I feel like you should be doing, but I still support you because I love you, and that's part of being not only like a good person. It's part of like being a friend at some point. Like, you ain't doing something that's hurt nobody. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. I support you. I know that you shouldn't be wearing leotards under your clothes because it gets in your butt crack. But hey, baby, that's what you want to do.
Oh my God! I guess I should go back to work.
Yeah, I need to get back. I need to warm up my lunch.
Man, it's 2020. I'm done for the year.
I wish I could say that. I have more work coming up the next 2 days than I care to have.
I wish. We'll see.
You can transition into next year. They're getting ready for it.
Well, it's because they're trying to get them all in before Christmas.
Before the end. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bruh, I can't call it. As you hear this episode, it is Thursday, January 9th, 2020. Oh. You are in the midst of 2020 vision already. I want you to see it. I want you to know it. I want you to understand it, that you are great. You have greatness within you, and those around you who don't support your greatness maybe don't need to be around you no more. Or whatever. I'm glad you listened. Hope you continue with us on this journey. And thank you for fucking with us. This has been Stage Rich Milk. That's Tatum 216.
Mm-hmm.
Sponsored by 2099. I'm missing man is at the real ODP in these Twitter streets.
He ain't been on our show in a long time.
I think he was on the show last week. I think the episode that went up last week, he was on. So okay. Worry not. You just heard from him recently enough. Well, what went up, not from what you heard. So it's all to the good. But the one before this, two before this, you heard him because we definitely recorded a show with him on us.
If you can follow that train of thought, you heard him.
There you go.
Yeah,
see,
you were there.
That equation, that new math.
Basically, we are always 3 episodes ahead. That's how the math works, people.
Turtle math.
I am the Internet Star 13. You have just been podcasted to. I know you loved it. Peace.
Some guy just walked by was looking at the recorder again. Did you see that?
Hey, what happened to you? You used to be beautiful.